Hello, this is Nick of the YouTube channel Rare Breed of Sane. And I guess a lot of us now on the interwebs know what a libertarian is, but a lot of people may be a little confused about it and still not exactly know what it means. And even if you already know what it means, I can provide a little bit of my own synopsis or summary of it. Some terms they may use may confuse you if you don't already have a little bit of background knowledge in politics of what a conservative is or a liberal, but I'll try to be as simple and comprehensive as possible. But basically I'm going to be reading a little bit off of this little summary that I had already written, and I just write again that more people now know what libertarian means because the term has had a little bit of a resurgence. There was Ron Paul who ran for president recently for the last election, 2012 election, and his campaign was considered quite successful even though he didn't win, because basically he was trying to get certain messages and themes out there, and he called himself a libertarian all the time, libertarian in the Republican Party. And so he also believed he's seen increased enthusiasm than recently for libertarian themes and for his libertarian message, and other activists believe that they have seen more of a resurgence too. And there's even shows on Fox Business, such as the Stossel Show, that are hosted by libertarians. Well, there was one called Freedom Watch with Judge Andrew Napolitano, but that is no longer airing, unfortunately. I believe it had good ratings. I don't know why it's not airing. I don't know exactly what happened, but it's not. And those happened around, this same time earlier, where Obama was a big theme, and Obama, he's ruining America, and it was basically a libertarian take on political issues or other issues at hand. And so if you'd say left-wing means American liberals and right-wing means American conservatives or Republicans, then libertarian would have to be neither wing, really. There are popular different sort of charts or imagery for political ideology that take into account that libertarian is neither wing. It's not just a left to right arrow, left to right line, but some of them have a sort of pyramid, sort of four-way political spectrum imagery to show you that left is liberal, right is conservative, and then we have libertarians up here, people who are authoritarian down here, or you could probably even make your own picture representation. I think that there could be a left-right representation if it took cultures into account and then things shot off into trees off the line, but then it wouldn't be just a straight line anymore. The basic thing is that it's not simple. It's not just right, conservative, left, liberal, and that's all there is. But that's a lot of the ways that Americans think now. They may ask you, are you a Democrat or a Republican? It's like, or independent. It's like, neither, but I have my views, which aren't just moderate, So on what is libertarian, there is the Libertarian Party, which usually, if you are writing the word libertarian, you'll start with a big L to represent the Libertarian Party. But there is ideological libertarianism, which the Libertarian Party does say that they hold. And whether they do pure or not, there are people who are more libertarian purists, but the Libertarian Party pretty much holds to libertarian ideologies. And what ideological libertarianism is, libertarians are known for their generally socially left-wing views on porn, drugs, free speech, and civil rights, and generally fiscally right-wing views, such as things on regulatory burden, economic stimulation, spending, corporate favors and currency restrictions. The perspective on government controls over actions is basically let people, be free, or means they just want less government controls over both general areas or all general areas of behavior than counterparts such as liberals or conservatives, who may want less government controls in a certain area, but they may want more government intervention in other areas. And just to note on socially liberal, it does not mean, if you are socially liberal as a libertarian, then it does not mean that you necessarily agree with some behaviors that you would permit legally. It just means that it's what you view for law, basically, of what the law should be. And on fiscally conservative, thus you can be fiscally conservative as a libertarian, but there are libertarians who believe that communities should be able to make their own rules, and you could perhaps live in a communal fashion, like in a commune. There are radical left-wing libertarians who just don't believe in government telling them and their people who they associate with basically coming in and trying to run their lives, basically. Many libertarians are so for ethical reasons. They've studied what it means to them for society to be justly organized so as to maximize the freedom or liberty of the individual and their choices, rather than subservience to collective forced government mandates. Many libertarians hold to the principle of individual sovereignty, or that you simply have supreme authority over your choices without interference from government, provided that you must not violate the rights of others, whatever those rights may be. Many libertarians, however, may take sole or partial concern in whether a policy or act has favorable consequences, or focus on the beneficial aspects or fruits of liberty in a society. Of course, libertarians vary and we don't always agree. Some libertarians are louder than others. But there are a couple different groups of libertarians I'll go over are the minarchists and the anarchists. Yes, there are real anarchists. Libertarians who are minarchists believe it is best to have and support a government which is the smallest in scope necessary to protect what are considered individual rights, like your right to your property and person. Minimal functions of government might include things like the military, militia, or standing army, courts, and the police force. Libertarians who are anarchists, however, believe there should not be any government because government is undesirable, harmful, and unnecessary for society to function, they might say. Anarcho-capitalists, for example, or basically anarchists who are capitalists, they support capitalism, point to Ireland's 1,000-year statelessness as a successful, perhaps, example of organization without a government, or of a polycentric legal order, or not government handed down, but based off of common law that society has generally agreed upon, and legal precedent or whatever, however it works. But if you want more information on that, I'll provide a link in the description. So, thank you. This was meant to be a simple, comprehensive explanation, and yeah, we're already going on 9 minutes here.